Welcome to From the South. At least 4 people have been killed and some 24 injured after an earthquake hit southern Peru on Sunday. The country's Geophysical Institute said that the 5.3 magnitude quake struck 5 miles deep in the Caylloma province of the copper-producing region Arequipa. At least 40 homes were also destroyed. Today marked the beginning of an important meeting in Caracas between Venezuelan and Chinese officials. The two countries have strengthened economic ties significantly for over a decade, and China is now Venezuela's second largest trading partner. As Cody Weddle reports, today Venezuelan officials assured that those ties remain strong.
Today was the first meeting of the Secretarial Commission for the Mixed High-Level Commission for China-Venezuela Relations. Now, the goal here is to set the general agenda for the large commission that will meet towards the end of this year. This is the most important commission governing China-Venezuela relations, so makes this meeting quite important here. Members have been in closed meetings for much of the day today. Venezuela Vice President of Planning Ricardo Menendez has been offering us some updates throughout the day about what they exactly are discussing in those meetings. Now, he says the agenda of this commission will focus on some key areas for Venezuela, among them the distribution of products. Some key products here in Venezuela. They will look for Chinese cooperation to launch new projects to ensure the accurate distribution of those products. Menendez also mentioned, there's been some question about the strength of Venezuela-China relations. He says this relationship is strong, as that is evidenced by the fact that they are elaborating 10-year plans. He says there is confidence from both sides. Now, Menendez also told us that just under 700 projects are currently being carried out here in Venezuela with Chinese cooperation. These meetings here in Caracas will last until Wednesday. Cody Weddle, teleSur's, Caracas, Venezuela.
Peruvian actors performed on the stairs of the judiciary to stress the need for a more proactive approach on violence against women, which includes battery, verbal insults, sexual assault, and murder. Hundreds of thousands of women marched on Saturday in one of the largest demonstrations in the country's history. According to the government figures, there are roughly 10 cases of sex-based hate crime murders against women every month. Dozens of poorer countries may not be able to participate in the upcoming Paralympic Games in Rio due to funding challenges. Reports are that Brazil's local organizing committee is weeks late in providing grants to national Paralympic committees for travel to Rio. However, Rio's mayor says he refuses to let this hamper the Games this coming September.
We will not drop the Paralympics. The Olympics are being held with a lot of success. We still have 1 week ahead of us, some challenges, but we will not allow the Paralympics to fail.
At least 4 police officers and 3 civilians were killed in a car bomb blast in Turkey. According to state media, at least 21 people died in the incident. Local officials blamed the PKK rebels for the attack. Republican presidential nominee Donald Trump's campaign manager has dismissed a New York Times report that he was paid over $12 million from a Ukrainian political party. The publication reported that Paul Manafort's name appears on secret ledgers showing the payments from the party, which has close ties to Russia. Zambia's President Edgar Lungu has been re-elected. However, the results are being challenged by the main opposition party. The Electoral Commission said Lungu had secured over 50% of the vote in Thursday's election. His main rival, Hakainde Hichilema, who alleges electoral fraud, won over 47%. A packed bus fell off a mountainous road in East Nepal, killing 33 people and injuring 28 others. According to officials, the bus was carrying people to a village located east of the capital when it veered off of the Arnico highway and fell over 650 feet down steep slopes. A South African court has jailed a woman for 10 years for kidnapping a baby from her hospital bed 19 years ago and raising the child as her own. The woman was arrested in 2015 after people noticed an uncanny resemblance between the girl, Zephany Nurse, and another girl at school.
Gaza's Chamber of Commerce organized a sit-in Monday morning at the Beit Hanun border crossing between Israel and northern Gaza Strip to protest Israel's arbitrary and unjustified measures against Palestinian traders and businessmen. The Director of Public Relations at the Chamber of Commerce, Mr. Maher Al-Tabi, said that Israel has withdrawn permits for more than 1,700 merchants and businessmen in Gaza since the beginning of the year. Taba added that Israel has also restricted the transfer of several raw materials needed for various industries in the Gaza Strip as part of its economic sanctions against the blockaded territory. Israeli authorities have also banned 150 businessmen from foreign transactions over the few past months.
Our message to the whole world is that Israel claims to be granting access to the Gaza Strip. Actually, it is tightening its blockade on the ground. Israel has also withdrawn more than 1,700 permits for merchants and businessmen. It has banned the entry of raw materials needed for construction, particularly cement, as well as other raw materials needed in the metal and sponge industries.
The latest Israeli moves to tighten the blockade against Gaza has raised concerns among dozens of merchants that they may be forced to shut their business soon. Israel claims to be easing the blockade imposed on Gaza on the one hand, while tightening measures against merchants on the other hand, raises doubts that it is really serious about making the lives of Palestinians in Gaza any better. Noharazin teleSur's TV, Gaza.
And finally, on Saturday night in Rio's Ipanema Beach, a party celebrating diversity was organized at the Danish Pavilion. According to people at the event, the record number of openly gay Olympic athletes has boosted the acceptance of Brazil's lesbian, gay, bisexual, and transgender community there. And that's all for From the South. You can find these and other stories on our website, telesurtv.net/English.